And now, it's Boomer Life, lifestyle discussion designed to make your life more engaging, meaningful, and complete. Celebrating the baby boomer generation, this is Boomer Life on CIL 650.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
Hey, and welcome to the show. This is Boomer Life on CL 650. I'm Zach Spencer, and today we're talking about health and the importance of a good night's sleep. Everybody knows if you get a good night's sleep, you feel great in the morning. You wake up and refreshed. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, you're probably tired and cranky during the day, and it can all come down to the bed that you're sleeping on. A little bit later on, we're going to get into some statistics about how much sleep you should get, your sleep cycles, and all of those sorts of things. And we do have our sleep expert here. It's Farouk Manji from SleepShop, which is a family-owned business that has been in Vancouver, Farouk, for how many years?
Since 1979.
1979. And you started this business, or your father and grandfather did. So how did they get into the specializing in sleep? Because you're sleep experts.
Yeah, it's a great question. My dad and grandfather started this in 1979. After about being in Canada for 8 years, my dad had managed a furniture store.
Mm-hmm.
And back home, he was also in retail as well.
Right.
They just loved the entrepreneurial spirit of running retail business. So after working in the furniture store, I think he found a passion in mattresses.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he started up. So it was called Haji's Sleep Shop and Upholstery.
Okay.
So they started retailing mattresses, bedroom furniture, futons. And then on the side, my grandfather would upholster old sofas.
Really?
And that's what we used to do, yeah.
And so your dad must have tales of how the sleep industry has changed. So I'm guessing back in 1979, there was probably a few family-run sleep businesses, and yours has morphed into Sleep Shop. So he must have some tales about how things have changed, because we have these huge box stores now that seem to be taking over retail, and you've continued to thrive. And how have you been able to do that?
Well, I'd say the biggest reason is back then there were no specialty mattress stores or sleep stores. There were always departments within a furniture store.
You had Eaton's back then and
That's right.
places like that, right?
And so specializing in this product line, we were always ahead of the chart, ahead of the game, knowing what the best products were out there. We had the space in our stores to really be able to diversify and show a lot of product. So that definitely helped shape where we are today.
And I guess consumers have changed too. Back in those days, you just went and bought a mattress and hoped it would be the right one. Now people are, with the internet, people are more educated before they make a purchase, because a bed can range from a few $100s to several $1,000s, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, exactly that. They do come in a lot more educated, which is a great thing, because it just helps them also know what they want and what they are looking for. And now they can actually come into the store, touch and feel it. But through our process of trying to figure out what the needs are, we can then show them the different products.
All right. So you have 4 locations, but, Little Bird told me there might be a 5th coming, right? We're not going to tell the location. It's still not ready to be announced. But go through your locations. So where are you in Richmond?
So in Richmond, we're on Bridgeport Road.
That's where all the main furniture shops are
that's
along
right,
there, right? So,
yes.
so that's a good place to come.
Yes.
People know it for sure.
Then in Vancouver, we've got a store on close to Oak and Broadway. We're on Broadway on the south side of the street. And there's also
that's where I bought my mattress. I'm going to tell a story about that in just a moment. Abbotsford.
Yes.
That's booming out there, right?
It is. We're out in the there's just the same exit where you go to the border crossing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Costco, and there's a couple of other furniture stores, and we're right in that area there.
And Langley.
And then Langley, we're at 200th, just across the Earls.
So is that the bypass area?
That's right.
Okay. So you're in the main hub of where all the action is, and there's hopefully a new one opening soon. So I was shopping for a mattress. I'm trying to remember how many years ago it was. I did the bought a mattress and regretted it scenario, and you must have customers that come into Sleep Shop and say, I bought this mattress and I don't like it.
Yes.
And you know what I did? Because the last time you were on, we talked about this. It's too firm. Is that a mistake you hear often?
It is.
People think a firm bed. I don't have a great back, so I thought a firm bed's got to be the way to go.
Yeah, and that's everyone just assumes the firmer the bed, the better for their back. But it's a big misnomer. You got to balance it with the right firmness and the comfort and the support. So we educate the customers on the differences.
So it can
between
be
the
a
two.
bit softer, but can also be supportive.
Absolutely.
So I hated this bed that I had bought. It's a local manufacturer, and it is, I'm sure it's a great quality bed, and it was when I bought it, was told it good quality, but it just wasn't right for me. So I went into your store. I didn't even realize that I had been into your store until we did the first show together a few weeks ago, and then we started talking about it, and I said, so you're at Oak and Broadway? I said, that's where I bought my mattress, and the reason I know is because one of your lines is Natura,
Yes.
right? And that's what I bought. I bought a Natura latex bed, and I travel all the time. I was in Europe last week, and that's a 10-hour flight there and a 10-hour flight back, and I was gone for 4 days in Europe, and I got back, and I pulled the sheets back, and I looked at my bed, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad to see you. And there's nothing like sleeping in your own bed, and there's nothing like sleeping in your own bed when you have a good bed. Like, that is a love affair. When you have a good mattress, that's something you just like. You love getting back in your own bed.
Absolutely.
Like, you travel, you go on vacation for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's nice to get the sunshine. It's nice to play in the ocean, go swimming in the pool, but there's nothing like getting back to your own bed.
Yeah, and the brands that we carry, they all have their own specialty. Some are specializing in the specific types of coils, so you get your good pocket coil mattresses. So Simmons does a great job with that. Then if there are people that are really interested in the all foam product, especially memory foam, so we carry the Tempur-Pedic line, which is the most famous brand, but we also have other brands that do make the memory foam mattress. Where it's now growing, we're seeing that even in the coiled construction mattresses is the use of latex, the natural rubber foam that is more breathable, pressure relieving, etc. So Natura there is where that tops out, and we're going to be introducing a new latex line, Canadian made.
Really? But
hand-tufted.
Natura is from Canada too,
Yes,
isn't it?
they're also in Canada.
From Southern Ontario,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
It's going to be an Edmonton-based company
Okay.
called Sprout.
Okay.
And we'll be launching that in a couple of weeks.
So you also have another local company, Spring Air,
Yes.
and they do some custom work, because I have a Spring Air box spring, and I have an almost 100-year-old house, right? And they couldn't get a king box spring into the bedroom, so they said, okay, we'll do a split one for you, and they. No problem. I mean, sorry, it was the profile of the box spring that
needed
needed to be
something
changed.
lower.
Sorry, they all come split. It's
Yes.
my mistake. It was the profile of it. It was too high, so they brought it down.
Yes.
So that sort of stuff can be done with a local manufacturer,
Yes.
right?
So box springs, you need them split, you need them low, you need them high. We can make them mattresses as well. They can make custom size, RV size. We can do any size.
Then you get to the point where you come into the store, you've picked the mattress, and then you want it delivered to your house. Now, with some of those big box stores, these are just a delivery company. Bob's Delivery, they take the mattress, they take it to your house, see you later. You have people who only work for you, right?
Absolutely.
What's the difference there?
Yeah, our entire staff from beginning to end is all employed by us. Our delivery team knows our product. They can answer questions if customers have that. They come into the house, they'll set everything up, they'll remove the packaging. We have a service if you need the old mattress to be removed, and we take that to a local company where the mattress gets recycled for a nominal fee, and we cover all of that. We also, as we've talked about, you don't know really if you've picked the right mattress. I mean, we hope we've done our job in finding the right one for you, making sure you've spent the time in the store. But in case it doesn't work out, we also offer a comfort guarantee.
Which is what?
So that's 30 days, where from the date of delivery, you've got a month to basically try the mattress out. We know it takes a body usually 7 to 10 nights, and then you'll have that time to realize, okay, well, it's not right for me. I'm going to go back to the store, and I can then exchange it for something different.
So what's the percentage of people that buy a mattress and exchange it?
With us, it's less than 1%. It's not a lot.
You know what it was with me? I felt guilty. It's like, I picked this mattress. You buy it, you own it, right? But I you know what? It wasn't until months later that I realized that it wasn't the right fit for me, because I thought, well, it's just me. It's not the mattress.
Right,
But
and that's all. That happens.
Yeah, so the 30 days, next time if I buy a mattress and I don't like it, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to return it or exchange it for something else, because it in some instances can be expensive. Like, you get into some of these natural products. It's a premium product, right?
Yes, it is. It is. And you got to make sure that not only will it work for you, it's the right feel. The both of you need to like the feel of it.
Well, that's a big one.
That's a big one, yeah.
Okay, so your family has been involved in this. So what is the education process you have with your retail specialists? Like, they must have ongoing education.
So our sleep experts are trained in a whole process from start to finish, where we'll ask some key questions around your sleeping habits, if you have any back issues, if health concerns, lifestyle choices. It's all important in what we're going to show you. Then we'll comfort test you, which a lot of companies don't do. They don't spend the time to first figure out what the right comfort is for you. So we've got a little test center in each of our locations where we'll comfort test you, show you what a medium, a firm, and a softer mattress feels like, explain the difference between comfort and support. And then once we've done that, then we'll show you a couple of choices within the different technologies and brands that are available.
And your price, too.
And the price as well.
Yeah, so that's a good way to do it. And I have to say, when I went into your Broadway store there, and the woman was fantastic with me. She took all the time, directed me to several different beds that I might like, and they were all good, but I settled on the one that I chose, and I've had it for many, many years now. And it is, when I come home, I love getting in. Nothing like getting into your own bed.
Yes.
It's a great feeling. So we're talking about family-run experts in sleep, SleepShop, with 4 locations throughout the Lower Mainland. It's nice to have somebody you can go to that really knows the product, and you have that direct point of contact with somebody that knows about the product, which is really important when you're choosing a bed, because it is so personal. So we have Farouk Manji is with us today from SleepShop, your sleep experts. We're going to continue the conversation. We're going to talk a little bit about the different kinds of mattresses, different kinds of beds, what you should be looking for. We'll go through the comfort test again and how that might vary what you choose when we continue next on Boomer Life, right here on CL 650.
Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.